Software company rescue time. They actually have the exact same bullet points. It's almost copy paste job, but they did give them credit right here. So even if I want to give them, hey, this is how you cite your source with a link to the original site in a hypertext, if you're doing it in a Google Doc, I could teach that really quickly. I also found this particular interesting blurb right here. I don't want to read everything that Harvard has to say, which, hey, this is also a good source, the Harvard Business School. May not want to read everything they have to say when this little blurb right here can tell me all the things I want to do. Maybe I want to do a whole paragraph about 8% of national spending on healthcare and contributes to 120,000 deaths a year. Is workplace stress. That's relevant to what I want to use. So I show my students that, I talk about it, and then I come back to my messy essay, and right here in the recent Gallup poll, I fill in the information from one of these bullet points. Maybe I like this one that says 21% of working hours are spent on entertainment, or maybe workers average just 2 hours and 48 minutes of productive time a day out of an 8-hour workday on average. And so I can go and drop that fact. Another source says this. And then I can go back, and in my head, I know in my original draft, I had this anecdotal story that I told, which goes back to the anecdote that they told about the kids covering their ears there. And I say, okay, I bounce back to my original mentor text and say, look, they use some anecdotal evidence. I've already written it. They don't know I've already written it. But now I come in and talk about the security guard who misquotes 1980s supergroup songs about everybody working for the weekend. And it becomes a funny ha ha ha, and then I drop my text evidence in. These are the kinds of things that you can do to make it relevant to your students. It's quick and easy. You turn it back over to them and say, now I want you to do this, which is exactly what I'm about to have you do. Do you guys have any thoughts on this?
I really like that idea of pre-writing. It's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's uncomfortable, and it's hard to be vulnerable in front of your kids. Because let's be honest, I make enough mistakes in my writing without breaking it. But I do think that's really valuable to go ahead and have both my more polished copy and my broken copy. It's a nice fallback. It fits. And then I'm not trying to scramble and write examples for what I've pulled from that mentor. It's done. It's finished. So I like that.
So hopefully there's just some little tips, like when you're looking at mentor texts and how do I move to writing an essay from looking at something we've read. Those little tips will help you. I'm going to go ahead and release you now into Canvas, unless Jennifer, you have something to add. No, I'm going to release you now into Canvas to go and practice with one of the STAR prompts. The directions are there. You can do a STAR prompt or any prompt that you think is that would work. And there's a couple of activities for you to practice writing around, and then share maybe your experience with that and how you might use it in the future. Thanks.